Regardless of what career we choose, at some point we all are faced with a question regarding our priorities, whether it's triggered by kids, a health concern, or increasing age. Eventually, we have to decide what really matters to us as it relates to our jobs. And that's the question facing 36-year-old Tony Romo right now. After 13 years in the league, is he ready to accept a backup role with the Cowboys, or does he pursue another starting role elsewhere? Because one thing that is absolutely clear in Dallas is that the Cowboys now belong to Dak Prescott.
It's no secret. I just think so much of him as a person, think so much of him as a player. This is what it is. It's a juncture that we have to address. You know, I don't know how ultimately we will resolve this, and nobody should be alarmed because you don't have all the answers. There's some issues here that you just have to see how the cards are played. The main thing about it is we will work through it.
Now, according to our Todd McShay, the Cowboys will look to the other side of the ball with their first-round pick. With the 28th pick in April's draft, McShay has Dallas taking Tim Williams, outside linebacker from Alabama. He was tied for second on the Crimson Tide with 9 sacks and 2 forced fumbles this past season.
All right, let's bring in our NFL insider, Dan Graziano, to give us a little more perspective on what the Cowboys will do with Tony Romo. Obviously, it's a top priority, Dan, but can you kind of explain the salary cap implications if they're able to trade Tony Romo versus having to just flat out cut him?
Well, there's no difference, El. I mean, it's a $24.7 million cap hit, and whether they trade or release him, they're still going to carry $19.6 million of that in terms of dead money on this year's cap. Now, if they do release him and they designate him a post-June 1st cut, then they can split that cap hit up over the next 2 years, and that's probably the smart way for them to go. But they're still going to carry a lot of it, and they'll only save about $5 million against this year's cap if they do trade him. Ultimately, I think it gets to the point where they release him, they designate him a post-June 1st cut, and he gets to go where he wants to go. The only thing that could keep them from doing that is if someone made them a fantastic trade offer where they got something of significant value in return that justified the full cap hit. And I don't think that's going to happen given Romo's age and injury history. It's hard to see someone making that kind of offer to Dallas for this player at this time.